All right. Okay, you're using phone. You want to type, or your group mate can help you to voice out any question? Anything you're unsure of? So basically, you've done the work breakdown. I'm pretty sure you've done that, and then you've already done the QP, which is the project planning. I mean the quality planning, which involves first looking at the overall environment of your project, like the top policies, QP, your quality policies, your company's aim and objectives, your company's mentality and their culture towards quality. Okay, and then that match with whatever that you are setting up for your system, like how you plan to carry out the, how do you plan to use what material, use what machineries in a way, like what contributes towards the final quality aspects, of the work. And then you should also cover like the methods of, that should be the major thing, the material machinery is just part and parcel of the methods, So the methods you can use like flow chart, and then within the flow chart, you can incorporate QA, which is trying to check, like any processes, any sections you need to take it out for checking, anything that you need to take out for monitoring. Let's say you're producing like 100 products. At which point are you going to take out is number 30 or number 50? Are you going to take out for checking, for example? And then what sort of measurement, what sort of characteristic, what sort of rubrics, what sort of metrics are you using for the final monitoring, checking? So you've got to plan that. When you plan to check, you are actually doing QA. And then when you carry out monitoring work, if there's anything wrong with it, what would you do about it, and what is the next course of action, you see? So that would be basically the whole summing up of the whole thing, and the approach for this project is basically, if you have it in your organizations, any parts of it that you have, you can take it and review it. But if you don't have it, you can actually suggest that can be done that way. Like maybe you have all the QP, but you don't have the QC. That you have got the work method statement, but that within the work method statement there is no QA. So then within whatever your company's methods QP method, you can actually recommend some form of QA. Like how you want to chat, how they want to monitor, and how you should monitor, and at what frequencies, and what do you use with the data, and how do you deal with the data, for example. This is all. Yeah, these are the things that we are looking at. Yeah, I mean, for your project, and then you conclude with the framework. You see, like how you're gonna. It's the overall framework, all your recommendations and all that. Okay, so I hope that everybody is on the right track, and yeah, any questions on that? Address group is with Adri, isn't it? And Albert, is it? Yeah, I think it's with Albert. And Clarence is with Victor and Zainuddin. Natia and who are? Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Anisha. Oh, Anisha is not here today?
Yeah, Anisha is not here. Myself, Anisha, and Sheila. So, but I think Sheila got some problem.
Yeah, so Sheila, yes. Okay, so you have to work it out with Sheila, huh? I mean, if there's any issue, just let me know, okay?
Yeah, sure, Dr. Ding.
I did advise her that she should really submit whatever her part is to you, no matter what, that is really to fill up the responsibilities that she had, with the group. Yeah. So I'm not sure whether she will do that or not, but that was my advice to her, because I told her that at the end of the day, if she comes back for this subject later on in the future semesters, this will be probably should be very helpful as well. You know, like she can keep a copy, and that will actually help a lot for her future assignments as a reference. You know, I mean, like I don't foresee there's going to be a lot of changes in this big project. You know, we can't really cook up so many different projects over the years anyway. See. Okay. So Natia, your side has any issue or not? I mean, like the other day you did ask me about you're not sure because you say that there's rubrics, there's a lot of rubrics that is available in JKR, but you don't know how to write, you see. So have you resolved that?
Yes, Dr. Ting, I have worked out with Anisha. We are still in writing, so taking some time over there.
How far are you along already? Like 30%? I mean, like how much left have you got? 30%, 20%?
About 40%.
Okay, so you've done you're in the QA stage already, like writing about the checking and monitoring and all that?
Yes, actually, because we have divided our work, so I'm doing the proposing of QA, QC, and QP. Yeah, so doing that. So we just have come out with the flowchart and all. So yeah.
Okay. Right. I mean, I really hope that you all will do really well. And no issues about the examination or anything like tinker with the assignments. I mean, not normally from my experience, students actually end up having more problems with exams. So not so much of for this assignment. Normally you get through the assignments quite well, quite easily. Yeah. So your exam is going to be 18 and 9, I think. Yeah. Only 3. Is it 3 subjects? Risk, 2 PM, and there's no exams in research methodology. Yeah. Right. Correct. No. And then you've got the finance one, 4. Yeah. Four subjects. And one is alternative assessments. Okay. Right. Yeah. That is risk management. Okay. And yeah, Andrea, you're saying that the QA we have submitted by Edri, but maybe can able to check. You want me to have a look now, is it? Edri? Are you around, Edri? Later. Okay, so later as in you're gonna email me, is it? And let me comment, huh?
Yes, Dr. Ting, I also will email to you maybe by next week, hopefully, so that you can comment on our.
Can.
All right.
Can, sure, no problem. Edra, you are saying that Edri submitted in the system? Like what elite system? I mean, you're not supposed to submit anything now in the system, because the system is set in a way that you can only do one submission, If you submit a draft now, I cannot that one, I cannot let you resubmit again later on, So anything has to be via email. You submitted your draft into the e-lib. Because I don't set an overlap, I meaning that you submit now and then later you submit another one is overlap, we normally don't have that, Oh, your group already. Oh, okay, this is Victor. So Edri, hello Edri, are you here?
Hello.
Yeah, Edri, you submit your draft into the system, is it?
Yes, I can try remove the submission, but the system will declare late submission, something like that.
Okay, you unsubmit first. Just email me, okay? Okay, so Victor, your group has already submitted, meaning that you think it's completed already, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, no issue, no issue. I will take a look next week. If I feel like there's something very, very awfully off, like you may not pass kind of thing, I will let you know. But if it's okay, like it's well beyond pass, then I will just keep it as it is already, okay?
Okay, and also I think I will email Dr. Asol after this.
Can
Okay.
also. Yeah. Okay, right. So PM, this is it. QM, this is it. PM. Anyone has any issue with PM? Victor is not sitting for PM. It's only clearance and design. And I think clearance, you've already changed. You've already shown me a draft, and I've already commented on the draft. And also, I think you also changed your project to a different one compared to the QM one, so that's fine. Any issue, Clarence? You want to email me or you want to show me anything, design? And those of you who are doing, not those of you, like every one of you will be taking your research project next semester. My strong suggestion is before the sem starts, we should really speak to your supervisor as early as possible, because your research project is quite tough. You're doing 1, 2, 3 chapter in one semester. So I think we may need to get you started as soon as you finish exams and get your exams sorted out. Okay. Yeah, so that is my advice for those of you who are actually, some of you are not doing RP. But let me tell you, like, if there's really, really issues with RP, don't stress yourself. I've got a lot of my civil students getting really, really stressed out over RP because you only have 12 weeks. It's a tri-semester system. You only have 12 weeks, and you are actually very, very short of time, and you're going to do 3 chapters. My students are doing 2 chapters per semester because they start in Sem 1. So my advice for them is don't stress yourself. Just get as much as things as possibly done, and work out with your supervisor. Work very closely with your supervisor. And then if really no choice, if your work is really, really not up to par at all for your RP 1, take a break in Sem 3, meaning that you just graduate a Sem later, meaning that for Sem 3, you're supposed to take RP2. You don't take RP2. You only take it in Sem 4, you see. And that, I think, there is no harm. You pay. The harm is you have to pay extra 400 to 500 ringgit, if I'm not wrong, as a maintenance, as a kind of like a like those registration fees and all that. I mean, but it's better than you really cannot finish it, and then move on to RP2. So you take your RP1, and then you do as much as possible, you finish it if in RP at the end of second sem. But if you really feel like it's really, really, there's a lot of things you're not so sure, then you better stretch it to, just don't register for RP2 and continue doing your RP1. That would be a better strategy for everybody, actually. In case, and like I said, you all have already picked a topic, and maybe you've already done something, you've already done your literature review. I don't know, you see. So we've got to see what is the level now, and then because a lot of my students in Mang, they are having problems like chapter 1 and chapter 2. They're really finding it difficult to produce that, you see. So I actually advise them, don't take RP2 next time, you see. So we will don't take RP2 next time, and then we will continue doing your RP1, and then do it in a more relaxed manner, do a better job. Because when you come to data collection, and if your literature review and your aim and objective and your problem statement are not even clear, how are you going to do your collection of data, you see? Because that really depends on your problem statement, your aim and objective, and also your what we call your methodology, which you're supposed to do it in one whole semester, and the semesters is actually short, you see. So yeah, we've got to be realistic about things, in that sense.
Dr. Ting.
Yeah.
So if let's say we didn't take the RP2 next semester,
No, you take your RP1, but do
okay,
the RP1 as according to the schedule, see how you go. And if you really feel like the work, if a supervisor advises that your work is really very off or not there at all, like you're slow, you're not there, and they have been commenting, and you're not catching it, in that sense, then
okay.
you may want to consider not taking RP2 in SEM 3.
So if let's say we didn't take at SEM 3, do we need to extend another semester?
You need to extend one semester to do just RP, yeah.
Oh, okay, understand.
But it's a lot more relaxing in that sense, you see. I mean, like, and during the fourth SEM, you're actually not taking any subject anymore. So all your focus is to write your RP, do your data collection, and then write up your RP and finish up your RP. You see, so why not? I mean, for your case is, you will finish your official date will be finishing in September 2022. You see, but I don't think in September 2022 you're still in time for that same year's graduation, you see. So you may also be sitting for the 2023 graduation ceremony. So meaning that if you extend one semester, you will finish about this time next year. So actually you're taking about a year and a year and 2-3 months, kind of thing to finish your master's. That would be what I would advise, but then it's really up to you all and up to your supervisor as well. If they're willing to tutup mata, your work is really not so good, but then they are willing to just close their eyes and give you a pass, then yeah, I mean, why not, but there are some of us that is a bit more fussy, we want things to be more properly set up, kind of thing, yeah. So RP is very much dependent on your supervisor. Everybody should take RP next sem. Okay? It's just that during that 12 weeks, you see, your level of work, you see, has to be up to par. It is not just an assignment or a project. RP research project lah. You don't know me? It's not called research project, man. In this course. Okay. So you must do your RP1 next sem, there's no doubt. I mean, there are people who are not taking RP. I will be fine as well, It's just that some people, if you're finding this semester really, really tough, then, you may consider not taking RP. There are people who just like completely not take RP until they finish all the subject and then they take RP kind of thing, I mean, there are people who do that as well, you see. So, I mean, there's no harm. It's just a matter of how to arrange it. Everything has to be finished within 6 semesters. That's all. You have 6 semesters to play with. I mean, of course, we don't want you to extend to 5th sem lah. I think normally for me, the best is about, I mean, like if we really have issues, 4th sem is really quite common. Very common, very, very common. You don't have to feel bad or you don't have to feel like, I'm not doing well or whatever. 4th sem is so common, okay, because you guys are working, and now we're in the phase 4, of MCO. There's no more MCO, and then everybody is back at work in full force, and a lot of you I have a lot of my Mang students having the same issue. They are completely bogged down by their work, and some of them even think about quitting, that sort of things. So we're telling them don't, just take it easy, like if your work is really bogging you down, you take less subjects, or you don't take RP, we can actually space it out a little bit, okay? So don't get yourself so worked out, okay? Yeah, so it's good that you are still in doing online. So if you really have clashes in your work training or whatever, this course you can actually just come and take the attendance. during that time and then listen to the pre-recording. I mean, if I know that there's a lot of people who have issues on the certain weeks and all that, for me, I will still be seeing you next time, because I'll be taking you for the legal and legislative. So, get your lecturers to pre-record or do pre-recording and then you listen to it over the week, huh? Yeah. Or during the class, you have to record like this, huh? So PM, any questions on PM? So Clarence and Zain and all that, yeah. Extend, yes, but be very careful. Don't go over 6 semester, okay, Albert? If you want to extend, I would say that don't try to, like if let's say you want to extend, maybe you can do RP with 2 subjects or RP, or don't take RP, do 3 subjects, that's it, and then SEM 3 is very critical. SEM 3, I don't want anybody to not follow the 3 subject schedule, because if you don't take the 3 subjects, you will end up taking it in SEM 6. And SEM 6 is your last SEM already. There's not much of a hope if you actually have problem in SEM 6, you see. So your SEM 3 must take everything, like the 3 subjects that 2 or 3, I think it's 2. I don't remember actually, it's only 2 maybe. So next SEM is 3 and the following SEM is 2, I think. So that 2 is critical. You have to take it and take your RP1. So that you don't extend your RP too late. Like I get very nervous when students go into the 6th SEM, the 6th. Maximum 5, I think. 4 is very common. 5 is really already there, don't go more than 5. Okay, but you can talk to Dr. Lim about it, huh? Like she will be in a better position to advise you. I just am talking from my experience with my Masters of Engineering, because I'm coordinating that course, and that is what I would actually do with my students. I wouldn't advise them to go to SEM 6, yeah. There are some who obviously will go to SEM 6 and they really have to push it to finish, yeah. And there are costs attached to it also. Every 4, 5, 6, I think for SEM 4, you have to pay a yearly recurrence fee, and plus some maintenance fee. I think that will work out to be about 700 or 600 plus, 600 to 700. You have to be preparing that money. 5th SEM is a lot less. 5th SEM is only about 300 to 400 ringgit. 6th SEM is also 300 to 400 ringgit. So if you extend 6th SEM, all you need to fork out extra is about less than 1.5K. Yeah. If you extend, so by all means, that is the kind of money that you're looking at, huh? So you're not going to be expecting to pay double or whatever. Don't worry about that, Right. So yeah, like I said, my students, whoever chose me, I don't remember who already, as my supervisor after your exam, just give me a tinkle. I will start you off with your literature review and and get yourself going, and some of you actually, none of you here, I think, is celebrating Chinese New Year. So during that break, it will be very good for you to start to embark onto your RP already if you're taking RP, okay? We will still, can I still change my thesis topic? Yeah, of course you can. Go ahead, no problem. You can change supervisor, you can change thesis, anything really, because you only need that topic to do your methodology. So methodology is done already. So RP officially started in RP1. RP don't start this semester, okay? RP is next semester, SEM 2. Okay, so Albert, you can change your topic if you want, okay? Oh, plant expansion management, okay? That would be under what? Yeah, that's why I'm looking at topic plant expansion management now. I think you may be better off choosing it's project management, but you probably be choosing some lecturers who are actually in mechanical or manufacturing, you know, that would be more of a better choice, I would say. But I really have no idea who are the expertise over there in this sort of things. But plant manufacturing kind of thing, yeah, I mean, like for us in project management, we are in civil engineering, so we are looking at construction project. So our knowledge on plant and factory setups and all that are really not in our area of expertise. Yeah. Dr. Shelly, maybe you can try. You ask her. Yeah, I mean that should be a good choice. Okay. All right. If there's no more questions on PM, any questions on PM? Just now somebody was I did mention. Yeah, I mean I will go for Natia. Your group house PM coming up, tendering. I think you should have a lot of documents in tendering in JKR. I think your organization tendering procedures are very mature, and I'm sure Edra, your procurement section will have a lot of yeah, your procurement section will have a lot of procurement documents that you can borrow and refer to, and you know, come up with your own procurement plan. Okay, and remember, my focus is in tendering, ladies and gentlemen, not so much of whole entire procurement process. Don't overdo that. Okay. All right. Clarence and Zain, how's your PM coming up? Or did you start? Or Zain did reply just now. Yeah, Zain did say that something like you're still doing it so far, is it? Clarence said that you will email. Okay, that's fine. So let me just share with you what is it going to be in the exams, which is something that you all are very, very concerned about. And it's something that you all are very scared of at this point in time. I'm sure, okay, that will be the biggest stress, next biggest stress so far. I would kind of like go through with you what is in the exam questions in a way, but without reviewing too much to a point that I'm like giving away too many things. Okay. Right. Okay. The first question is set by myself. Okay. You will get a feel that the question, there's only 4 questions, and the questions is actually like as according to the lecturer who has taught you. Okay, so I've basically only done first 2 weeks of lecture with you. Okay, then what I have given you for the assignment is for the project is going to be pretty helpful, okay, for you to do your exam questions from me, okay? So my questions will be revolving around, let me see, you need to have your own project or your own product, just like your assignment, just like your project, okay? Just like your project. You can use our project case studies, the one that you pick from your workplace. Okay, so this one here, the question will be revolving around when you look at that product, okay, or the project, can you explain in terms of QP, QA, QC, okay, what you need to manage? Okay, so again, it will require you to describe the product, maybe through work breakdown structure. And from the work breakdown structure, tell me what is the thing that you need to manage in terms of, tell me how you plan to do QP, how you plan to do QA, how you plan to do QC. And it is what we call a take-home exam. So we're looking at 6 hours for you to sort of upload the exam questions, and then after that, download the exam question and upload the final answer script. So in that way, you're looking at, you must give yourself about half an hour at the end and about 10 minutes or so at the beginning. So in that way, you probably, like I would say safely, you have about 5 hours, okay? 5 hours for you to just focus on writing on exams. So that 1 hour, I would say you have to upload your answer script, you have to get ready your answer script, like format it nicely, turn it to PDF files, and then you will have time to go toilet and give yourself a small break by drinking water or eating something along the way. So I would say 6 hours. That 1 hour is for the miscellaneous thing, and don't wait until the last 15 minutes to want to plan to do file conversion, and then scanning or whatever you need to put in the answer script. Don't do that. That would be too late, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Basically, for the final exam, we don't expect a big product or a big project. You can actually do a component of a project if that actually spells out, that is able to spell out your work. For example, you can do just like, let's say the whole project is road, for example, then you can do the actual road, the product of that road kind of thing. So, like those early things like general preliminaries, and then like surveying work and all that, you may not need to include that. So just focus on the product itself, okay? And then their question will also goes into talking about quality manual. So basically, the first part of the question is asking you to sort of like put things together, like you like a framework sort of things, you see. Then the second part of it, framework, of course, we do expect some explanation. It's not like you're going to throw me a framework 1 page and that's it, 15 marks give you, that kind of thing, So you need to show us your work breakdown. From the work breakdown, you need to tell us what does this part of the work breakdown, what does the QP involve? It involves setting up manual, it involves coming up with the flow chart, it involves what, you see. So, and then QA include what, then you show us the framework of the QA and QC, you see. So it's more of a framework, but with explanation, you see. And then quality manual is a critical path. It's actually a critical document. So we want you to come up with your quality manual in that sense, but obviously it's related to that particular work that you are looking at, okay? And how does that relate to your company quality policy? So you see, the first questions is pretty much what you have done in the assignment, in my project. So yeah, so obviously it's a group project. So be very careful when you are wanting to copy things from like your project directly over. Just the concept, the framework of your project, I think is fine, but the actual project itself, I think it's better that you all kind of like devise your own kind of thing, not so much of just directly copy the assignment, because like I said, there'll be 3 persons sharing assignments for your group, 2 or 3 persons sharing assignment. Sharing the project, you all will have the final copy, you see. So, if everybody start to do direct copying like that, then it's going to be very difficult for me to give you marks, group grades, for that kind of direct copy, you see. And then you've got the other 2 group members doing directly copying again, so should I divide your marks by 3, that kind of thing. So yeah, just be careful with your digestion on the questions as well, okay? And question 2 is basically by Dr. Lee, I would say. And again, she has done very specific things with you in terms of QP, QA, and QC. So I think she focuses on quality. These questions focuses on quality audit and the cycle, quality audit cycle. Okay, and then so it's about the audit cycle in your in your quality assurance processes for your industry or for your project lah, huh? Okay, and then QC, she also wants you to do control QC plan, okay, and then yeah, her question is basically involved with QA, QP, QC. So each of them, I think, looks like she's wanting you all to come up with some sort of propose some sort of plan or propose some sort of processes for that particular product or for that particular section. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm not sure whether she's briefed you on these questions before this, you see. So yeah, I mean, it's something like that we are looking at, you know. And QP, she's talking about quality improvement model. Okay, which model do you want to use and why do you want to use that model for your organization? Okay, let me go through everything first, then you start asking me questions. Okay, then I'll start answering your questions because I'm not looking at the chat box at the moment, in case some of you are like waiting for me to answer your question. Question 3 is going to be by Dr. Shelley, and she's got the full calculation thing going on for you, and I'm pretty sure she has already shown you through assignments, through classes, and through how to do calculation. It is going to be about control chart is my biggest tip for you. Okay, and then the final one is to propose some sort of model to improve on the quality issues that you have found out through the task or whatever that she's going to be giving you. Okay, and question 4 is going to be about Madam Rohaida thing. I think she told me she has already gone through with you about portal. What is portal quality plan? And then the DAIMC process, okay, and that is about how you use the DMAIC process and develop a way to quantify, identify, and also eliminate the defects. You see, identify the causes and eliminate the defects. Okay. So I think that is all for the questions, okay? And let me answer you with whatever questions that you have here, okay? All right. Natia asked about work breakdown structure, have minimum work breakdown, minimum breakdown. No, I mean, like I say, you just have to, I mean, you would have a minimum as in I need to be able to see some sort of work breakdown. Like, I don't think it's going to be possible for you to do a 12 major activity breakdown. So if you have a 2 or 3 major activity with the sub-activities kind of breakdown, that will be very enough, very, very sufficient for you to clear up my part of the exam questions, okay? Any questions about the question? I mean, the area that I'm covering, okay? I'm giving you a lot of tips because I don't see that by giving you this tip, you can actually be able to prepare anything really that in advance, in a sense, because there is no right, this sort of questions for master's level usually will involve many application. Okay, my best bet is you get ready some form of case studies, you get ready some examples, that would be the best that you probably can get yourself ready. And then because I've gone through with you exactly what are we looking at, you see, what area are we looking at already, so it's better for you to go through your notes carefully. And the wonderful thing is you don't have to memorize anything. So what you need to do is read through those notes that you have been given and put a tag on. Let's say you have a 4 tag, 1 for each question. So for my question, you go to my week 2 notes, I think week 1 and end of week 1 to week 2 notes, and you check out what are the things that is required in QP, what are the framework that are required in QA, what are the framework that are required in QC. You check it out, you highlight it first, you see. I get that ready, okay? And then in quality manual, what is it expected from you? You know, you check it first, check it down first, like take it down and you put a sticker next to it, or in your laptop, or in whatever way that you're looking at notes, you know, you have to kind of like highlight it first, you know. So then, you know, second questions, Dr. Lee's part, I've already mentioned that she asked you to do some, like she's got 3 classes, correct now, and one of the class is about QP, see? So in the QP class here, she's looking at, the thing is about some quality improvement model. So read up on quality improvement model and understand about advantages and disadvantages of those quality improvement model, you know, and then you check it first, you know, that you highlight it first, like let's say in yellow, you know, if it's a hard copy notes, you kind of check it first, okay? The important thing about take-home exam is you cannot do this thing last minute. You have to know where everything is at the tip of your finger. It's just like, I know in the old days when I was doing my universities, I couldn't understand take-home exam because I know a lot of law students do take-home exams, you see, and they have open book exam. This is literally like giving you a chance to open your book. But the thing is, it's difficult because in the open book, they must know which case, which studies, which part is there, you know. So in exam time, they have to draw out that studies right then and there. They cannot sit down and say, oh my God, where is it? I don't even know. And what is this quality improvement model? I have no idea. I better go online and try to search for an answer. What is quality improvement model? And then you start to read up and understand what is quality improvement model. And then you're going to spend 1 hour trying to understand what is it, and then start to write your answer. I mean, this is going to be a total disaster if you do that. If you think a take-home exam, you can do that. You can Google your answer. I mean, you can Google. It's going to be very, you are going to be in deep trouble because Google can give you a normal, what is it all about kind of answer, but it cannot explain how you're going to apply into your project or into your industry or into your product. See? So it's better for you to really think about, I mean, like find all the parts. The reason why I'm giving you such a clear tips is because I need you to look at all the parts, know those parts really well, understood all the part really well. And then when you see the question, you digest it, you straight away know where to go to right then and there. And then if you really want to Google, you can actually Google as a supplement, but not as a final answer, you see. None of this is going to be appearing in Google, you see. All right. And then like, so that like quality improvement model, and then she was referring to like in QC, she's actually referring to quality control plan. So how you are going to propose quality control plan. So then what is supposed to be, like the question is different from mine is because she needs you to do a quality control plan. I don't need you to do a quality control plan. I need you to analyze what should be in that framework only. Okay, that is a difference. So for her part, she needs to help you to do like audit. What is the audit cycle? You know, and then what is, you actually need to propose that plan. Okay, and that QC plan, improvement plan, and then also the audit, you see. So this is something that you need to really sort of like know where things are right then and there, okay? And for Dr. Shelley's part, I think you really, I pray for you to really look at all the example on quality control chart. How do you find your upper control limit? What formula do you use, you know? And how do you look at the charts and all that? I think that is something that she has taught you before. She's probably given you assignments on that also. So there shouldn't be any issue, okay? Right. But like I said, you can Google, you know, you're so smart, you can Google, but then later on you Google everything theory. Yes, you can copy and paste and give it to me, but you're going to get 0 marks because you're not answering the questions, you see? So everything is in the notes. Anything supplementary, you can actually still have time to Google. Yes, no doubt about that. But you must be able to, because sometimes if you look at Google, it may be different from what you get from the notes, you see. So use Google as a supplement. Don't use Google as the answer. Okay. And then again, the thing is you need to be able to apply it, you see. Apply it to your project, apply it to your work breakdown, apply it to your product or your production lines. Yeah. And then, yeah, like I said, Dr. Shirley's part, my best bet is for you to really understand how you're going to do the calculations and how you're going to write your things, and I already tell you it's about control chart, So what if I were you, what I would do? I would take out her example on control charts and do a page, copy the example. I wouldn't want during exam day, I go and write formula using Word. Can you imagine that? So if I were you, I would take her example. Let's say she's already giving you a control chart example, how to write the answers and all that. I take that, I copy and paste, I would say question 3. I get that ready first. So when I see the question, I only delete the part that is not needed. And then the formula that is needed is there already. Then you don't have to spend time retyping the formula. It is a smart way of trying to get yourself prepared for a take-home exam. Yeah, I mean, like copy in Excel formula and change the value, but you probably need to type in some formulas, correct or not? Okay, control charts using the upper control is using this formula. So are you going to be in exam time trying to find out how you can type the formula? You shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so try to copy and paste, get that ready first, you see, and then if you know it's about control chart, there's no way your Excel files is. Don't later tell me computer crash, I cannot find my Excel file, and start crying over there, you see. Backup is also very important. On the day of exams, I would get ready 2 computers. I would have one laptop right here in front of me doing my work, my usual thing. And all my files, I have it in the laptop. I also have it in my external drive. That is what I would do, okay? Keep one set in the external drive, keep one set in the laptop. And then if your laptop do crash and you cannot open anything at all, take out your external drive and you already have a laptop backup. Backup means it may not be at your home. You may have a brother or sisters or whatever. Tell them that you're going to have exam that day, that in case of anything, please be close by, or please borrow me your laptop. Please borrow me so you can look for your relative or whatever. Don't last minute say that I have no way of finding a laptop, you see. So even if you're doing the exam at home, you may have a computer laptop in the office. Just make sure that the office one is working, and then if really crash or anything wrong with your computer here, if you message me and say, Dr. Ting, my computer crashed, I answer you, I really can't answer you. What can I say? It's okay. We do exam another day. I can't. Okay, I will still have to get you to hand it in, whether your computer crash or not. Okay. So then I would tell you, I have told this to many students, okay? Find another computer now. Go and find another computer now, whether it's your brothers or sisters or your fathers or whatever. Just get ready that, they may not be living in the same house as you, but you have to inform them that, there's a good chance that I may have to borrow your computer. Who knows, kind of thing. So make sure that you have a door open, don't lock the computer don't lock your don't ask the dad to lock his computer in the safe or something, and then when you arrive, you can't find the computer. So take-home exam is 6 hours. You really can travel, and go to somebody else's house in that sense. Yeah. And yeah, some students, they really sit down there and I don't know what to do kind of thing, these are all the backups that we have to inform you through our experience. We've heard all sorts of stories under the skies about computer crash, about not saving their work. That's another famous lines that we have heard. Come on. We honestly, none of us do. You may think it's very cruel, but then you know that your case is real. And I say this thing, you may say that, oh, she's so cruel, like not understanding at all. But you say that, in my undergraduate students, I've got 100 over of them. Here, I've only got 6 and 9 of you. So I can closely monitor you. But then, unfortunately, you are mature students. You should be able to be really understand what you're supposed to be doing, like backups, you know? How can you keep all your file in one data? Nobody do things like that in today's world, okay? And what can go wrong will go wrong on exams day. That is for sure, okay? So you have to know about backups, okay? So yes, you can save, and then after every hour, save up in your external drive as well, okay? We really can't give you any more extra time. 6 hours is already the max. And you need 6 hours. I would say you need 6 hours. You need 5 hours at least to finish the exam. So yeah, I mean, whoever is your backup, give them a call, tell them to be ready for you that 2 days. You know, if I do need a computer, I will drive over and get it from you. You know, or fingers crossed, no need. You know, get ready your office keys, you know, or if your office are locked up, you know, just tell your, you know, whoever is that I may be coming here to do my exams, you know, kind of thing, you know. Yeah, I mean, and then your notes, like I said, when you do revision, you do one set in your laptop. Yes, you do one set in your hard drive also, or your handy drive. This is don't play one, I tell you, don't play one, because when you come to me or Dr. Lee or whoever on that exam day, there's no way that I can say that, you know, it's okay, Albert, or it's okay, Adri, you know, it's okay. You don't have to sit for exam. We will still have to, you know, I will still have to be very coldly telling you, go and find yourself a backup. Go and find yourself another way. Or you can, the worst come to worst is I will tell you, okay, I'll write on paper, lor. And then later on scan and give it to me, lor. Okay. And I would even make sure that, I mean, there are other things that I will make sure also is my house Wi-Fi is actually working. And if my house Wi-Fi is not working, it is not also an excuse, because you only need time to download the exam. The rest of the time is you need to really, you know, work on the exam questions. So why you need Wi-Fi? The other time that you need Wi-Fi is when you need to upload. Yeah, you need to upload. I mean, your handwriting is like a doctor. Yes, my handwriting is like a doctor too, you know. I mean, nobody likes my handwriting. I'm famous for that. But would you like to not hand in your exam question? That is my question to you, Adri. Okay. I will try to read your doctor's handwriting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, if that's the worst situation, you have to write your answer and draw it on paper or whatever. And then later on find or snapshots and put it in a file or something and then send it to me. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm giving you a lot of what can go wrong in that sense, you see. And what else? Yeah, I mean, phone, fully charged, okay? Computer, fully charged, okay? Because you don't want to come and tell me that I have a blackout. And your phone always have lines, okay? So, I mean, your handphone, I don't believe there's no lines on your handphone. So when you need to hand in your exam, if you do have a Wi-Fi breakdown or a blackout, I'm sure your phone can come into the picture. Okay, so if you have an iPad or phone or whatever, get them all charged up before exams. Okay. I think that during exam time, you keep it plugged, you keep the wire plugged. Okay, plugged throughout, and then you're using your computer. Or you're using your that one, I mean, like your laptop, like your laptop have batteries now, so make sure that the batteries are fully charged, and then during exam time, keep it wired up to the PowerPoint. If really there's a backup, your laptop should be still not dead yet, unless your laptop is a type of laptop that is so old that you can only, you know, the battery is not working, you see. So already, I mean, like, in case, okay, I've got too many people having, you know, I've heard too many stories over these 2 years. So kind of like nothing surprises me kind of thing, you know. So yeah. And the final whatever it is, the final thing is I will only have to tell you one thing only, and that is you have to hand in your exam questions. Okay, so there is no way that we can you have to hand in your answer script. No answer script, no marks to stop. Okay, so you need to make sure that you know the goal very well. That on that day is submission. Okay, so I think Dr. Lee has went through with you for this as well. So basically, you need 6 hours, but I would say finish everything in 5 hours. Okay, and the end time is 2020, which is 8 p.m. Okay, yeah, but in between, you want to do whatever, it's up to you. I have no eyes to see. Okay, and it's only eight of you. So if you have any issues, you can message me, WhatsApp me. You don't have to email me, but my email is here also. But if I need you to email me, I will tell you to email me as a copy of proof or something like that. But then if you have a small issues like you don't understand the question, or you have some issues with printing, or I mean, I don't know what else can happen, like, I mean, I've mentioned all this already. So yeah, WhatsApp, or you feel ill, or whatever, like something is wrong, like you can WhatsApp me. Okay, no problem with that. Okay, and yeah, make sure that you submit your integrity form. That's very important. Dr. Lee gave you a copy of integrity form already. So get it ready. There's no harm. Next week, whenever you're free, just fill up the integrity form, Get ready the template for your exam question. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Put your name on the top here, your matrix number, your page number. Oh, set it up. Set it up first, while you're doing your revision, set it up. I mean, if you are worried, I mean, if me, I would actually, even when I'm doing my revision, say, I open up a file, my answer script. This is my answer script already. Dr. Ting tell me that it's going to be about word breakdown structure plus QP, QC, QA. So I go to the revision, I read through it, I understand it, I copy those things first, and I put it in here first. You see, so what's wrong with that? You just have to delete it if it's not necessary, but later on, isn't it? But you will save yourself a lot of pain later on, while you want to go and search for an answer. Okay. And like I said, you can copy and paste question 3 right here, question 3, question 3 right here. And then here you can write Dr. Shelley's, or Dr. Ting said it's about control chart. So I copy some control chart example, I put it here first, and I read through the example. I know how to do, I make sure I know how to punch the calculator and get the final answer. Okay, I learned it already, so I put it in my answer script first, then later on I delete it off, This is how you can get good marks, okay? A lot of students, they take home exam, like they try to find the answer, they try to read the notes on that day itself in that 5 hours. And then they tell me that I don't have enough time. So you can see how different, why some people do well and some people don't, why some people fail so badly in that sense. Because I really thought that open board exam is, I don't need to do revision. I only have to be present on that day, and everything I can just copy and paste from Google, and my notes I copy and paste in. You have to remember all the questions, including the PM one. I'm not sure about risk management or about the financial one. I can't speak for that too. But for PM and QM, you really need to take the theory and apply. So the first part of the answer will probably involve some theory, yes, which you can copy and paste from somewhere. But if you don't have the application, you're just going to get like 15 marks. You're just going to get 3 marks, because the rest is not there, you see. You can write 10 pages of theory and you're still going to get 3 marks out of 15 because you didn't do the application bit. And yeah, so get ready all your answer script, I would say, and then set up time use Roman justify, all set it up first, and then your file, you have to put your name and your matrix number, and then when you do submission, there is a submission button at the end, where you submit into eLeap later on. There is one thing that a lot of students don't do is after they submit, they don't click submit. And then the work are never officially submit, okay? So be very careful with that, okay? The integrity form is also very, very essential. Okay. And I would say that I don't see a disconnection problem, because if you have everything in your file already, this is not an online face-to-face. If it's an online face-to-face, you have a camera on, I'm looking at you through. If there is a disconnection problem, that's fine. I mean, this is applicable for that kind of situation. Take home exam, you need your Wi-Fi, you need your lines to download the question. After that, you can just no need Wi-Fi at all. Okay, answer the question and then upload. Okay, upload the time you need Wi-Fi. So if you don't have Wi-Fi, drive out to McDonald's or drive out to somewhere. You have to be ready your route, your escape route kind of thing, plan B. If my Wi-Fi don't work at 7 p.m., what should I do? I'm going to finish my exam. I need to upload it already. That you know where is the nearest location next to you where you can get lines from your phone or your or McD's or Starbucks or wherever you are. Okay, if you're in some ulu area, then you need to know what is the nearest location to you that has strong Wi-Fi. Okay, and you bring your laptop over, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's why I say laptop must be charged. Phone must be charged. Don't go phone dead at that time. Okay, keep it charging while electricity is around. Yeah, the form is standard for all subjects. You only have one integrity form. I hope everybody gets an A, Albert, not only you. But honestly speaking, management subject is a bit hard to get an A. I have to be very honest with you. There's no such thing. This subject may be still good because you have one question that is calculation. PM also, I think you have one question that is calculation based or something like that. I don't remember, but I think Dr. Lee briefed you already. And so altogether, this paper, you have one calculation question. With calculation question is a right, yes, you get A, like if you get it right, you get the full marks kind of thing. But normally for writing application kind of questions, unless the answer is so strong, it's difficult to get an A. But it's not hard to pass. Remember, 60 marks is your passing marks, 60, 60. But if you get every subject 60, okay, your CGPA will not be over 3. You'll be dropping below 3. 60 is B plus is 70, 65 is B, it's B minus. It's quite easy to calculate your CGPA. Basically, every subject, your CGPA is calculated with, like let's say B minus, it will be sometimes by, I think B is 3, I think, yeah, 2.67. So if you get everything B, your CGPA will be 2.67, which is a warning sign for you to, if this SEM you get 2.67 or less than 3, let's say you get 2.9. This is your first warning. Okay, anything below a 3 is your first warning. Next SEM, if you still get below 3, yes, you pass every subject, but you'll be automatically expelled. I'm sure you've heard of this before. So yeah, passing everything with a 60 is not really a good thing. Okay, so if you want to pass everything, you must pass it with a 65. Then the CGPA is about 3, 3. So there must be some subjects that you get, like if you get some subjects that is 60, some subject in pass, and some subject you get 7, some subject must get 70 and above. Otherwise, your CGPA, the final CGPA is very important. That's clear. all the best. I mean, I really hope that I can give you good grades, high grades. Don't delay on your assignment because my marks meeting is going to be on the 7th, on the 14th, 13th, I think. And I only have one day after your submission to really mark your thing. So I've got to mark PM, I've got to mark this as well. So give me some help, okay, by submitting on time. And the good thing is, if you don't get to be called up for re-examination, most likely is if you don't receive a message from your coordinator saying that, get ready for this subject re-examination, most likely is you have passed everything. So you don't have to go chasing Dr. Lim, like, have I passed, have I passed, have I passed, So don't be too worried. I think on the 18th, if I'm not wrong, on the 18th, you will be able to see your results already. Okay, I will do the QR code now if there's no more questions. Can you punch? If not, I have to do manual. Attendance, no. Attendance does not affect exam at all. Not in masters. But obviously, if you fail it and then we look at your attendance is really low, then there's nothing much we can do for you in that sense. Who else haven't clocked in? Anybody needs Victor already, Edry already, Edgar, Nakia already. Albert already done it. Okay. Parents, sign. Parents, sign. Are you here? You are attendance. Okay, Clarence done. Sign. So how is he here or not here? Because I saw him just now this morning. Yeah, his name is still here. Zhang, are you here, Zhang? Where's Anisha today?
I think Anisha is not well.
Oh, she has been ill, right, for the past. I've been hearing her not well, actually.
No, I think before this she was busy with her work, something.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, if that's the case, that's it for today. Any other questions, you can stay back. If not, then we will move out. Huh? Anything you want me to still go through? And if not, then all the best. I hope to see you all well and good coming back next semester. Okay? Happy New Year. It's been a pleasure going through this first time with you all, definitely.